That span, as it's time now to go face to face with Antonio Brown and the announcement, ta-da, he is officially the third cast member for the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you, Ms. Hannah.
You're taking your moves to the dance floor. The season begins 2 weeks from today, March 21st, on ABC. Have you started preparing yet?
Yes.
You have. What have you been doing?
A lot of dancing for a lot of hours, and the preparation and the movements is pretty exciting.
So what kind of dancing? What do they have you do? Because obviously you get assigned a different type of dance each week. What are you doing so far?
A lot of quick steps, pointing your feet, being able to move with good posture.
How hard is it?
It's a challenge.
It is?
Yeah.
What's the toughest part for you?
Well, being able to move with good posture. You know, as a football player, we want to move as explosive as we can without no technique, to be as fast and fluid as we can, and just learning how to move with the good postures and keeping my shoulders down and keeping my butt tucked underneath me.
Do you think it'll have any sort of effect football-wise in the long run?
I think it'll help me out with my shock absorbers, making my ankles stronger and making my movements more fluid.
Now, Hines Ward, who was your mentor when you first came into the Steelers, he won Dancing with the Stars. Have you guys talked about the experience at all?
Yes, the pressure is definitely on me to win. Hines already set the standard for Steeler Nation, and it should be a fun time and pretty exciting.
What did he tell you about the process?
Well, he said enjoy the process, embrace it. Obviously, it's a challenge being in the dance room 6 days a week, 4 hours a day. So he told me just enjoy it, take what I can out of it, and have fun with it. Because
Emmitt Smith won as well, and Donald Driver. What do you think it is about NFL players that translates so well to this kind of competition?
I think NFL guys pick up things really quickly, and we love the big stage, being able to perform. And it's a challenge, and we respond well to challenges, and we embrace them and want to excel in challenges.
Why did you want to do it?
Well, I think it's a challenge that'll make me better, not only as a football player, but some of my touchdown celebrations. And
oh, so we're going to see some dance moves there in the touchdown celebrations. And I must say, you know, you have to wear a lot of costumes, like a lot of crazy clothes, and I think you're really well suited for that, right? You definitely have a flair for fashion.
That's right up my alley.
Right. Take me through what is this, bees that are on your jacket here?
Yeah,
that's
killer bees.
Killer bees.
Yeah.
That's next level.
Yeah, thank you.
That's fabulous. And will you be doing the hair up? Yeah. I mean, you know, you have some fun with that as well.
For sure. It should be some fun, exciting times this season on Dancing with the Stars.
Well, a whole new audience will get to know you. Of course, we know you and appreciate your skills on the football field, and you were top 4 all-time in the NFL in receptions and receiving yards last season. You had such a fantastic year. When you look back on it, why do you think that was? Why did everything come together?
Preparation. You know, having good teammates around me, being prepared, working hard in the offseason, having great coaches to put me in the right schemes, and having a great quarterback, a good offensive line to protect them. A lot of factors and pivotal points that go into it.
But how did you manage that when we look at the quarterback situation, right? Because Ben Roethlisberger was hurt so much. When he was healthy, you guys connected for 10 touchdowns. But how much of a challenge was that?
Well, it was a huge challenge. Anytime you're playing with guys that you may not be used to, or the guy you're kind of used to, it's a challenge. And you got to stay positive, learn how to work through it. Larry Fitzgerald was huge, talking to me in the midst of that process.
Really?
Yeah.
What did Larry tell you?
Well, he's been through it all with playing with so many quarterbacks, and just telling me stay positive. You know, as a receiver, you want to dictate the game and catch passes and be under control. But when things don't go your way, you got to be able to be adjustable, be a team player, and rally the guys around you, because the ultimate goal is a winning football game.
Why do you think that connection works really well between you and Ben?
Well, there's a lot of time that go into it, a lot of understanding, and a lot of hard work and effort on and off the field, from the meeting room to the walkthroughs, and just being on the same page and in sync and rhythm, and having been doing it together for a little bit of time, I think all pivotal point.
Obviously, the Steelers need to get healthy, right? I mean, you guys, what you managed to do getting to the playoffs with so many key injuries was remarkable. How is Le'Veon Bell? Where is he in his recovery?
Well, Le'Veon's running now. His arrows is pointed up. Obviously, he's a great running back, a great player, and I think he's going to be available for us this year, and we're excited about that.
What kind of difference will that make?
A huge difference.
In what regard?
In the run game. You know, he's so good in the run game, also in the pass game. He don't fumble the ball. He's always big play savvy, and he's the turmoil of the offense.
What else do you feel that the team needs to address going into next season? We're about to embark upon free agency.
I think we get some more defensive backs, more guys who could play special teams, and we just need to get better overall to put ourselves in a good position to be able to do what we desire to do.
Well, your moves were certainly there last season, a couple that caught our eye that I think, portends well for your dancing career. The end zone flip? Take us through that.
Well, it was a scream excitement. We had the perfect coverage. Ben hit me right in my hands, so I was able to catch a run and get up to top speed and stick the landing on the flip.
I mean, there's some serious, there we go. You think we'll see that on stage? Who knows? Depending. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. Yeah, you did stick the landing. Okay, what about the straddling of the goalpost? That was another, what was the thought process going into that? Because that left a lot of people scratching their heads.
Well, I was extremely excited. I had an opportunity to play punt return that game, a huge return that sealed the game, and I was just full of excitement. You
love the returns, right? Yeah. That's still a part of the game that gives you a thrill, right? But this, that looked, I don't know, was it, what did that feel like?
It was a pretty exciting moment. Heinz Field get really exciting when moments like that happen. I was just reacting.
Your good friend who used to play with Emmanuel Sanders, of course, went to the Super Bowl, and his quarterback, Peyton Manning, in a couple of hours is going to officially announce his retirement. What are your thoughts about Manning and what he meant to the league?
Well, he's a legend. He's a game changer, a guy quarterbacks can look to and want to be like, a guy who evolved the game and changed the game. And he was the ultimate competitor, winner, a great guy to be around, leader, always get his guys together at Duke. I had an opportunity to go out there last year and see how he worked. And the guy really put it on the line with his work ethic and how he go about the game. He's an ultimate professional and one of the greatest of all time.
Well, we'll leave it at that. It's great to be with you, see so much of you this season. Give those little cute kids of yours a big hug from me. And good luck. We'll see you on Mondays dancing. Hey, who knows? That's Antonio Brown, face to face. Coming up next, well, like Peyton